5 of you people in the room. Right, it's got to do it right. Happy 4th. All right. Hit the smash a thumbs up button if you like nonsense like this. Hello, John Malentino and Cecilia, Miss Cecilia Thomas. Hello. What else do we have in the room? Who else? A lot of people being quiet. A lot of people being quiet tonight. People just want to hear me talk. Pretty cool. Happy 4th of July. Got to do something in Coney tomorrow. Don't know what. Probably eat a hot dog. Who knows? I'll be out there to film week number 13 of Dick Ziggin's State of Coney Island address. How's everyone doing tonight? Hope everyone's doing well tonight. Quiet room. Quiet room. Very productive day. Just very warm outside. Very productive day, just warm outside. Two people just left. They're like, quick. With the quickness. With the quickness. Yeah, hot today though. Thunderstorms came through the city. Yeah. Can't wait to eat that. Yeah, that's gonna be fun tomorrow at 12 noon on ESPN, and they're in a secret location, which I kind of know where it is. No fireworks tomorrow. No, the only fireworks that are going to be in the city are going to be near the Statue of Liberty, very far away from any places where people can congregate in large numbers. And evidently they're doing something very special on the top of the Empire State Building. More fireworks. Yeah, nothing going on. We would normally be in Coney Island for 4th of July fireworks, but of course that is not happening. Good to see you, April. Welcome. That is not happening. Not happening today. Tomorrow. Well, today. It is today. It's past midnight. That's why I titled this YouTube video that title, because it's. So I'm watching Hamilton, and I have to say, I am very grateful for buying preview show tickets, because the audience was not this loud between every song. You know, coronavirus killed everything, Cecilia. Everything is kind of, you know, this is normally my busiest time of the year. Tourism industry doesn't even exist anymore. You know, with the release of Hamilton today that I'm watching right now in the background. Yeah, people talked about all the different industries that are affected, and yeah, love the fireworks show in Coney on Monday. It was okay, John. I wish it could have been better. I wish it was bigger. I should have been on the boardwalk. I should have been on the boardwalk. I should have not been on the roof. I should have been on the boardwalk. That would have been the better shot to have. So I should have been on the boardwalk, live streaming that. That was on me. We did have a unique angle. You know, we did have a pretty cool angle with the Wonder Wheel being silhouetted over the fireworks, but we should have been on the boardwalk. I should have went with my instinct. My instinct was telling me go on the boardwalk because how it frames up here on the iPhone. So you live and you learn. But that is probably going to be the only fireworks that we get in Coney Island for this year, which is kind of sad. We'll be in the middle of Fireworks Fridays right now. Yeah, I would be really busy with work. Good to see you, Isvaldo. Wepa. So, kind of sad. Kind of sad. It's a very subdued 4th of July. Yeah, other than the neighborhood fireworks, which go off out this window here every night. Actually, right before I started the broadcast, there was quite a large congregation of fireworks, which was very interesting. But tomorrow's going to be a funny day. Besides the hot dog eating contest being a virtual hot dog eating contest, I'm going to be filming this week's State of Coney Island address. Looks like it's going to be a pretty funny episode. So I'm looking forward to filming tomorrow and get back at it. The only thing keeping me busy, Coney Island USA and all their videos, and another puppet show coming up. So get ready for that. I'll tell you about it the day of, probably the day before. Another puppet show on Facebook coming up. But it keeps me busy, and it gives me purpose. Gives me purpose in this life where I'm not working. Yeah, Osvaldo. Wait until we do the marathon show in August. Wait until we do the marathon show in August for the Tail-a-thon, actually, the virtual mermaid parade that we're beginning to put together. It's going to be quite interesting. Merry Christmas, Richie. Merry Christmas. So, yeah. It's been giving me purpose over the last week number 12, which is kind of amazing. Banged out 12 episodes of this show so far, and we've been without stop, keeping on going. I gotta shave. Long hair in this day and age. Yeah, we're going for a 8 to 12 hour show, and yeah, 12 episodes. This is gonna be episode. Today's gonna be episode 13. So. It's beginning to build. The numbers are beginning to stack up, and it's beginning to look like we have quite a lot of content that we have created over the last 12, 13 weeks. And no stop just yet. Some people tuned in, tuned out. They got bored. I would go outside, but I don't feel like wearing a mask. That's the God honest truth. But tomorrow we'll be in Coney. I'm going to try to keep myself out there as long enough as possible for you guys. Try to do maybe an hour, maybe 90 minutes. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how bored I get. Let's see how much stamina I have. Big comment. I'm so happy I got to meet Dennis and his son Dino. Bought a few shirts. Awesome. Yeah. You bought some Cyclone hats to say 90 years old. That's awesome. Here's crazy man power outages. I know. I could imagine. I know. It's power outages, Sahara dust. Yeah, it's crazy, Osvaldo. I know in Puerto Rico and earthquakes. That must be killing you too, right? When it's hot, when you're breathing in that hot air. But it's a necessary evil. If it makes you slow down. If that's the best way to describe it, it makes you slow down, which is kind of nice. But then again, when I get back to work, I want to see how it's going to be when I get back to work in the last week of July. Knowing my luck, it's going to be crazy hot, and the sun's going to be blazing, and it's going to be this test of endurance and strength, and it's going to be 5 hours of intenseness on a bike. So let's see what happens. Let's see how big my group is. I don't think I'm allowed to have very big groups. I think I'm going to have only about 8 people with me, which is perfectly manageable. Private tour that was booked back in the winter, in I believe January, and they never gave up the booking. So we're going on with the tour, and if it's phase 3, I'm able to work again. So even though I do not have a license technically, I have to renew my license, but all that stuff got pushed back until I believe September now. Starting to sound like Darth Vader and Max. Yeah. It's a necessary evil that we have to do. See you later, John. But yeah. Fun times. I'm getting over this year, but I'm ready for it to end already. I'm ready. I'm already ready to get right back to New Year's. You know, it almost feels like New Year's 2020 was like the New Year's party they had on the Poseidon. You know, the U.S. You know, the ship, the Poseidon Adventure, and we're all partying and everything like that. And then the ship is okay for a couple of more months, and then we get hit by the wave, and again the ship goes upside down. I'm ready to get back to New Year's, but I don't know how 2021. Ugh. Yeah, funny things. It's funny how the virus is doing I told you so's, by the way. I don't know if anyone's really truly noticed the media. I don't know what y'all watch. Don't watch OAN, do me a favor. Please don't watch OAN Daily Call or Daily Beat. There's so many. Hopefully it gets better. Well, that's all up to us. See, here's the crazy part, Cecilia. That's all up to us. And as interesting people get diagnosed with COVID-19, yeah, me too, April. Me too. I think the idiots are gonna fuck it up for everyone. I think the people that don't take it seriously are gonna fuck it up for everyone. And it's scary. It's scary. People's selfishness is truly on display. And as for me and my industry, that means I am fucked. Tour guides across this country are fucked. Tour guides across Canada are fucked. Tour guides across Mexico are fucked. In Puerto Rico, they're all fucked. Yep. Oh, don't forget Mexico closed the border too. Mexico closed the border too. It is coming back with a vengeance. It is. It is. It is. Places where people still aren't taking it seriously, which is just I don't understand anymore. I don't understand, and it's like Governor Cuomo is coming. It's like becoming like the "I told you so." You know, like you know, like you got to shoot your eye out. You know, like he speaks in as plain enough terms as possible while giving you information. He is the closest thing we have to an actual leader in this country, regardless of all his flaws, because he is nowhere near perfect. I will concede that minute one, but uh, wear a mask. Even though it was tough for me to wear a mask today. I was running around today, and people I waited until I could see I had space in front of me and behind me to take off my mask for maybe a minute or two. I know people in Texas, people in Florida, people in a lot of states. People in a lot of states that are susceptible to misinformation. And I hate to say that these people are susceptible to misinformation, but that's the only way I could describe it, is people are susceptible to misinformation because they want to believe what they want to believe. So, yeah, it was about 90 here too, April. So, yeah, it was pretty, and the humidity was off the wall today. It was terrible. But it was nah. It was a warm day today. I wish I was working though. I really do. I'm really craving now work. My body is doing funny things because I haven't been moving around too much, which it kind of worries me. Um, I guess I gotta start training myself because like it's now the weeks leading up to working on the 26th or whenever that window opens up. So slowly but surely making the viewers bored as they tune out. Not outside. I'm sorry, I'm not outside. Sorry that I'm not outside. I'm here to talk to y'all. I'm here to talk to y'all as I watch Hamilton. Yeah, I gotta start exercising a little bit more. I said I was gonna do that like 2 months ago, and I didn't do that myself. But I literally need to train myself. Yeah, I literally need to retrain myself right now, and I gotta change up my schedule because I do have a lot of now. I have a lot of responsibilities with editing video, so I have to make a schedule of again like when I sit down in front of the computer and edit, and when I'm out and about on the bike or something like that. It felt really good doing the live stream the other day, walking for 90 minutes. That felt really good. I think I might need to do more of those. I'm slowly getting closer and closer to finally just giving in, hopping on the subway and going into the city, just because I just want to see it. And I really want to walk over the Brooklyn Bridge, so Believe you me, that will be a live stream, and we'll make a good old tour of it. Um, but I am so ready to go out. I know I'm one. I know I'm one of the outside people. I know. Yeah, I know. We'll definitely get a walking tour. I gotta get the walking tour out of it. But tomorrow we'll be in Coney. At least we've been. That's one thing that I am happy about. That at least I've been in Coney this whole time. At least every week or every other week. So that's been a really good thing, doing the social distance touring series. I don't know how many episodes it is, but I realize I probably have to put that into a playlist sometime. Because it will be definitely a document to have to see all these ride parts come in and then just stay there, and they're going to be there for quite some time. I heard some stuff about construction's not going to start up at Luna Park until the fall. And Trump is doing some fabulous things with some of the visas that a lot of people who work in this industry use in order to be employed here in this country, and it's so that's getting all fucked up, and on top of the pandemic. And yeah, the selfishness is really coming out, I tell you what. But it puts all that stuff in jeopardy. And yeah. Oh God, April when November comes around. When November comes around, and I will do one of those like I will do like one of those fun. Actually, there's a video on my who's seen the video when Obama won that I have on my channel. Who has ever seen this video? It's a video. Let me look it up right now. I think it's like Obama wins or something like that. But if you've never seen it, let me see here. Yep. There it is. Look up Obama wins News 12 Brooklyn moment. All right? It's the most ridiculous video I think you'll ever see. And it is one of my more, not my footage, but one of those moments that I was able to record. And we will get back to that. If you see this video, this is what we're going to get back to. Yeah, Obama wins News 12 moment. That was fun. It's the most ridiculous video. It is the most ridiculous video. But it's gonna be like that. If Biden wins, and I want. By the way, the biggest troll, my new favorite troll on Twitter now is when people call him Sleepy Joe Biden. It's like, yeah, please let him sleep well. I really love that meme. I really love that. Have a good night. It was like, I think it was Eric Trump or maybe Don Jr. tweeted something about Sleepy Joe Biden, and then all the replies underneath was like, hope he has a good night. I hope he sleeps well. A healthy sleep. It's so funny. You know what's really funny? Here's the deal, April. I'm getting to something. This is a reason. This is the reason why I'm blacklisted on Twitter. This is the reason why I was kicked off of Periscope and all my content was deleted. Okay. This is the reason. What I'm about to tell you is the reason why all that stuff happened. When you begin to look at the engagement on a Trump tweet versus a Barack Obama tweet, a Biden tweet versus a Don Jr. tweet, when you start looking at similarities, patterns, the key thing that you notice is, and conservatives, I'm sorry, but this is the truth. Conservatives, this is the raw truth. Your side is so obsessed with numbers and creating this image that whoever is directing your social media pages or your social media departments, a lot of y'all have gone off the wrong way and off the deep end. And what happens, good to see you, Guy Heyman. What's happening is that when you look at right wing politics, right wing Twitter figures, podcast figures, y'all got a lot of bots on your side. Y'all got a lot of bots. There are so many bots on conservative, media, on conservative media figures, political figures, Trump. When you look at how many bots, Trump bots, they are. Good to see you there, Cheryl. When you see all the Trump bots, I mean, and then you see when you see the engagement on a Trump tweet versus a Barack Obama tweet, and mind you, Obama's not even president anymore. When you see the difference in engagement, you could tell there are way more bots on the right. Way more bots. Way more bots. It's in your fucking face. And I dare people to fucking show me otherwise. I dare people to show me otherwise. It's in plain sight. It's so simple to see some of this shit. And you know what's funny? It's almost I feel like I got blacklisted from the Trump bots because I think they figured out how I use hashtags. I was getting retweeted by a lot of Trump bots for a time there, and they were just taking the bait every time. They were just taking the bait. I think my favorite one was I think 2 or 3 Trump bots retweeted to fairly large audiences that I was very proud that the Donald J. Trump COVID cemetery was going to soon to be open, MAGA. And, um, but, it's so obvious. It's so obvious that false influence runs so, it's the reason why these people are on Periscope. It's the reason why they're getting kicked off of YouTube, they're getting kicked off of Twitch, and they're going to fucking Periscope. Good to see you there, Retro Jess. They're going to all these other second-rate platforms. Really, Periscope is really the ultimate second-rate platform because it's so full of bots. You have no idea what a real view is. It's insane. And advertisers even say now, like when it comes to live streams, like we rather you guys lowball it. So because they're going by engagement, they're going by like how many people like the video, how many people leave comments, what kind of comments are they leaving. You don't think advertisers are looking at all this stuff? But anyway, as I watch Hamilton on Disney Plus, I am being constantly reminded that boy, it was a different experience seeing it in one of its previews. I watched Hamilton. I think it was the second week it was out in previews. It was in previews for about 3 months, and then it blew up. And I did not hear the audience cheer between every song. The audience was not cheering the way it does during every song here. So the audience knows already. The audience fucking knows the songs. But anyway, it's 4th of July. I'll be out in Coney Island later on today, probably around 3 o'clock. I'll set a timer on it so y'all have at least maybe a half-hour notice, or I don't know exactly when I'll come on, but we'll come on. We'll eat a hot dog. We'll probably drink a beer, and then we'll walk around so I get tired or annoyed that nobody's wearing masks, and then I'll go home. Yeah, you want to see it? They had. I know they had to make it. All right, so I found that out today, April. This morning, actually. I saw that on Facebook, I think. So they deleted the word fuck twice, I think, and then they added what was the word they added? It was a weird word they added again, and I can't remember, but they added that like 4 times. And yeah, I don't know why they had to edit out the word fuck, because it's lyrics, it's music, it's actually quite forgettable. It's the reason why I think they need to have Song of the South on Disney Plus. You shouldn't censor this stuff to possible children viewers. I think they should have kept it PG-13. It's actually just rated PG. So I noticed that was the first thing I noticed. It's like not rated PG-13, just rated PG. So I rather it being PG-13. Let them say fuck twice. But yeah, I don't like that. And I wish there was a way that for me as an adult, I could maybe change the audio channel so that I would hear the word fuck. So, but that's just me. I saw it in the theater, and and nobody knew about the show when I saw it. I was like, okay, that was an okay show. My mom did not like the show. My mom did not like the show. She didn't like how the music was. So she was too much rapping, she said. I was like, okay. Yes, there is more. Yeah, exactly. There is more fucks on the playground than in the bar. Yes. Especially in this age of the coronavirus. But, yeah. Yeah. It's nice keeping myself busy. I have an entry into the Coney Island Film Festival now that's already made. We're going to be entering our beach ceremony episode, which with a couple of little alterations for the film festival. So that's kind of funny. So I wanted to film in the film festival this year, and I kind of already got one now. So now I'm going to shoot for two. If I'm able to film Danielle again, I got to figure out a time to film Danielle painting. I think I might plan out some time to go film her this week. I'm getting crazy about that again. It's like I need to see Danielle film. I need to see Danielle paint so I could film. Because I do want to make a movie of her. She's literally painting her right now. She's working with Tommy Holiday, working on some amazing. They're working on the entrance mural when you go down the ramp and you see Coney Island. When you go down the ramp and oh, so cool. So Coney Island's literally probably saved my sanity with all the stuff I've been having to keep my mind occupied with. I wish I had more alcohol. Have no more alcohol now. Or I could drink a really bad tasting beer. Should I drink a really bad tasting beer here on live stream? Bottoms up. Good to see you, Janice. Hello. I have a bad beer that's in the fridge right now that it's gonna sit in that fridge for a month. I might as well just drink it, right? It'll be like one of these like reaction live streams, right? One of these reaction YouTube videos. I think we're gonna do this just for the fuck of it because why not? I want more alcohol. Waste not, want not, right? Yeah, we're gonna do that because I have seltzer still. I have a nice buzz going, so I think this very horrible tasting beer. So get ready. You're gonna see my reaction to Busch Ice. Okay, let me go get the Busch Ice. On with the blue lights, please. Can I do the blue lights? There we go. Okay. A beer I will never, ever. Busch Ice. Yeah, no, this is a Natural Ice by Busch. Natural Ice by Busch. It's nice and cold. It's in the fridge. I was gonna just leave it in there, but let's drink one of these on the live stream. I have never had this beer before. It's a fairly large one. It's 25 ounces. Okay, and we're gonna be classy and drink it in a Coney Island brewery glass. Yeah, I know, right? Okay. Well, let's see it. Okay. There was nothing but Tanqueray and water or Tanqueray and seltzer water in this, so it's all dry now. Like Killian's right on tap, McLight. I rather have Heineken, Janice. I rather have Heineken. Yeah, no slow-mo reaction. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Is this like It's like the beer you use when you play ping. What's that game called? When you have the ping pong ball. When you have the ping pong ball there, and you got to bounce the ping pong ball into the cup, and then if you get into the cup, the opponent has the drink. During isolation, it's been wine. Nice. Beer pong. That's the one. Beer. Thank you so much, Osvaldo. Beer pong. All right, L'chaim. Oh, it looks like piss. Oh, this is depressing. Oh man, that's depressing. You use this beer to boil your bratwurst. This beer is depressing. Any good local breweries out here? The Coney Island Brewery. Now with this kind of beer inside the glass, but Coney Island Brewery. There's no love in that beer. That's just a very now the flavor palate's beginning to kick in here. Oh God, give me a Coney Island beer any day. There's no love in this beer. It was produced in a very large vat. Yeah, no love in that. There's no love in that. Oh, yeah, it's assembly line beer. Ooh, I'm already feeling bloated. No, no, no. Osvaldo, the flavor bouquet is so different than a Sierra Nevada torpedo. It is like chemicals. Yeah. Ooh. Coney Island Brewery. They make the Merman IPA. They make the Mermaid Pilsner. They're probably most famous kind of cult beer that really got out there was it was root beer. They had a really good root beer um, with their beer there. Welcome back, Miss Cecilia. This is the kind of beer I get for free somewhere. I'm just gonna think of it like I'm at some weird art gallery opening, and they have free Pabst Blue Ribbon. I'm just gonna imagine myself. I'm just gonna imagine myself. Your phone died. Plug it into the mains. In shot glasses, all flat. Yeah. This is like, oh man. It's not undrinkable, but it's just like, ugh. PBR got you through college in the '60s. Yeah, PBR seemed to get a lot of people through, but I'm a New Yorker, and I'm kind of like, it's not good. I'm kind of like needy when it comes to beer. I'm kind of needy when it comes to beer. Nothing beats a Schaefer. Actually, no, I'm just gonna imagine this because this tastes a lot like a Schaefer. Actually, I'm gonna imagine this beer, and it's working. It's working. It's supplementing my little alcohol buzz right now. So this is good. It will help me sleep. Not many choices back then. Yeah, that is true. if for people who having for people who are having more than one, Schaefer is the one beer to have when you're having more than one. For people who like having fun, for people who like having more than one, Schaefer is the beer to have when you're having more than one, because Schaefer is the one beer to have when you're having more than one. Hello there, Karen. Welcome. You wouldn't drink PBR if you paid me, but Bush Ice, yeah. Yeah, natty ice. Natty ice. Oh, no Jaeger bombs. Oh, there is Jaeger in this refrigerator off camera. I cannot, I am too old to drink Jaeger, I think. I think I'm to the point where I'm too old to drink Jaeger. Watching, I'm looking at the screen right here, and I got Hamilton playing on Disney Plus. And it doesn't. You gotta go to Broadway. You can't beat going to Broadway. You really can't. You cannot reproduce that. Harry Frogs, you think is worse? Harry Frogs is worse, maybe. Do a Jaeger over that beer. Yeah, no, I was just drinking some Tanqueray, so let me not do that. If you do, don't fly. If you do, don't feel your whips. Okay. The same week that I lost my Periscope account was the week there was a YouTube channel that where I got my radio show commercials from, and the same week I lost my Periscope, that YouTube channel got taken down, and I feel so dumb for not copying the videos and making audio versions of the Schaefer ad, the the Park Sausage ad, and the Seven Up ad. I feel so dumb for not downloading those, and yeah, a little bit of Easter eggs for you guys who watch the radio show. You can't replace going to Broadway. I'm like watching this. It looks beautiful on the TV. And I know the sound is great, but there's nothing like, oh, okay. Jesus Christ. Hello, Jared. Joel, my man. Look at this. Look at this. Joel needs a hug. Oh my God. Joel needs a. Thank you, Cheryl. Cheryl, I was going to have fun with Joel, but thank you, Cheryl, for deleting that. Joel needs a hug. Wow. A lot of people get the misconception that I'm like a political channel. And it's like, no, look at my fucking replays, morons. Missed the last radio show, slept late. Yeah, you need late night shows. I know, Karen, yeah. I know you guys like late night shows. Late night shows are fun to do on the radio show. I'm not going to lie. We should do an hour, right? Oh, no, we actually, it's 1 o'clock already. No, I can't do an hour. I got to go to sleep. Soon. We'll do this. Yeah, I actually may figure out a daytime time to do the radio show like every... No, I'm not, Jana. Janice, I am not allowed to do tours until phase 3. But I am going back to work on June 26th. They are fun. Yes, I did. I appreciate that. Cheryl, are you past? I think Cheryl's well past the point of fuck it. I think I think Cheryl, like me, well, this is why I'm drinking Busch Ice. We're well past the point of fuck it at this point. And somebody, oh, by the way, somebody's still, Saida, right? I think Cheryl has no fucks to give, and it's a refreshing thing. I think everyone should run out of fucks to give. We all come at a point in time in our lives. Nice. L'chaim, Cheryl. L'chaim. Oh shit. So like you saw what the guy was. You saw what was his name again? Just so I. Oh yeah. So actually, it's deleted so well I can't find the guy's name anymore. Janice, thank you so much for the $5. Janice is helping me pay my cell phone bill. Thank you so much, Janice. By the way, all the PayPals, Joel, right, Joel. Okay, we're gonna get to Joel in a second, but thank you so much, April. Thank you so much, Cheryl. Joel, hang on that with Joel. I appreciate that, Janice. Thank you so much, Osvaldo. So you saw what he was commenting, right? I am not going to gloat and be like, oh, look at Don Jr.'s wife getting the COVID. Guess what? Nobody should get the COVID, even my worst enemies. So while it may be a payback is a bitch and karma is a bitch and whatever analogies and stuff you want to say and use, it's, I'll see you later, Janice. Have a great night. But people really do think I'm a political channel, which is really weird. I'm getting lots of requests to go to protests. Here's the really funny part. I'm going to make a confession right now here on on the YouTube confessional here. Um, I have been invited to a lot of stuff. A lot of the stuff that you're seeing, I know the people who organize it or help organize it or get the word out or something. I have been privy to some amazing information to 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 go to some direct action events. I knew about the whole build up to City Hall, to occupying City Hall. Enjoy the beers, Waldo. And again, I don't feel comfortable in crowds just yet. But if I really wanted to, if I really wanted to, I could have been going to this stuff every fucking day, especially over the last like 2 weeks. I could have been out there every fucking day. We could have walked over the Brooklyn Bridge a whole bunch of times, and we could have been at Occupy City Hall and spent the night out there. And while I want to do that, and I would love to do that, I don't feel comfortable in crowds. And also, it will take this channel in a direction where I don't like it. I get enough death threats as is. I don't need more. Um, the Bay Ridge videos, by the way, to this day, are very enlightening. The kind of response that I'm still getting from those two videos, um, the kind of trolling that I'm getting from those two videos is quite amazing. And then when they see my Twitter, um, it kind of throws people off because, why is my Twitter so political? I have no job, thanks to 70 days wasted. That's all I'm going to say. If you're going to still support Donald Trump, I don't think you should call yourself a Catholic. I don't think you should call yourself a Christian. I don't know how you could call yourself any God-fearing person if you support somebody like Donald John Trump. But that's just my opinion. Should I have to entertain you and create a safe space for you in my live streams? Absolutely not. That's not my fucking job. I've accommodated for you people for long enough. And where did that get me? My entire industry doesn't fucking exist anymore. That's where it's gotten me. And if anything, all the Trumpers have abandoned me anyway, so they could all go fuck themselves anyway at this point. That's just my own personal opinion. But at this point now, what I see is I need to really, and it's funny because all this energy is going to Coney Island, USA, but I'm upping my live stream game where I want to give you guys something more meaning. Every time I go on, I want to give you guys something meaningful. I want to give you guys some food for thought. I want to give you guys some idea of who I am. I want to give you guys a little bit of a peek into my world, but I want to be honest, and I don't want to bullshit you. And that's the outright thing, the utmost thing. And I want to make sure to tell you guys is I'm going to let you know how I feel, and I don't want to bullshit you. Now, does that mean that we're never going to go to a rally? Absolutely not. We're probably going to go to a rally sooner than later. We're probably going to go to a big bike ride in March sooner or later. Because the energy is there right now. And that's something where I really do, I'm feeling it, where it's like there's this energy right now. And it's like, if we take our foot off the accelerator, we're doing this for nothing. And I guess all it happening in a pandemic makes it all the more worthwhile. I don't know how else to describe it. But I know you guys would watch, and I know I'll get new viewers if I start doing that stuff all the time. But do I want viewers who only expect that from me? No, I want viewers who are willing to hang out with me and have a talk with me and have a beer with me right now and do the radio show and all that other stuff. So as I get more drunk, the less I care about this beer. It's fantastic. But thoughts, questions? I try to be, Cheryl. I try to be respectful. My mom always told me, if you don't have anything good to say, don't say anything at all, right? And I try my best to do that. But when I don't do that, sometimes it bites me in the ass. And you know, to be honest, there were some times where I should have kept my mouth shut. But then in retrospect, when I really look back on it, I was still being in the end. I was still being respectful, even though I did comment a certain way about a certain topic. And I don't know. I try, Cheryl. I try. Cheryl, I try. I'll be the first to tell you I'm an asshole, Cheryl. I'm an asshole. I'll be the first to tell you I am not perfect. I am not the best person in the world. But I'm trying, Cheryl. I'm trying. But it's this whole experience with COVID and my industry collapsing and seeing people's the whole thing about the masks coming off. I really do feel that. I think I have been enlightened into people's personalities, especially I exactly. I'm trying to be honest. I don't want to bullshit you. Um, Ever since George Floyd died, and by the way, and I've said this I think before on a live stream, while George Floyd's death was really horrible and unneeded, and we didn't need to go there, um, I appreciate that, Cheryl, and I'm trying to be respectful, but I mean, while George Floyd's death is horrible, what about Breonna Taylor? Like, I'm still trying to figure out what did Breonna Taylor do wrong. How can people still vilify Breonna Taylor on Twitter? Simply because of Black Lives Matter. And by the way, people have Black Lives Matter so twisted now. It's like it almost has lost its connotation. It's so diluted with other people's shit. You know, it's not fair. But then again, when has the treatment of black and brown people and yellow people have ever been fair? And red people, more importantly. What about the natives of this fucking country? That by the way, the Native American population getting decimated by COVID. Yes, exactly, Osvaldo. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's April. It's astounding. I mean, it's astounding what's going on. Did you see the video I shared on Twitter? Good to see you, Lori. Good. Did you see the video I shared on Twitter of this like teenage girl walking around in Bethel, Ohio? And I have been going up and down the internet trying to find the source of this video, who that girl was. They got more money from Irish government than our yeah, I think so. But you've seen that video. And I found that video on Facebook, and I felt it was important enough for me to record it and share it out again, because I think people really need to see that. And while yes, there was an edit in it and all that, what you're seeing fundamentally in the end is grown men bullying a tiny teenage girl because she has a little sign that said Black Lives Matter. Now, again, the reason why we say Black Lives Matter is not because we're not saying white lives matter, or we're not saying brown lives matter, we're not saying yellow lives matter. It doesn't mean that. Black Lives Matter means equity. That's what I see it as. It's equity. It's everyone on an equal playing field, equal justice, equal judgment in the eyes of police and judges and district attorneys and all that shit, and Supreme Court judges. And when people say all lives matter, it's like this. It's like they're just discounting it. It's just discounting it, and we're not really listening to the problem at hand. And yeah, exactly, Lori, exactly. Exactly. And I mean, and this is something systemic, but I could have been, listen, when I shared out that video on Twitter with that little girl getting bullied, who were a lot of people who were there at this rally in Bethel, or this counter protest in Bethel, Ohio? It was a bunch of bikers and a bunch of Back the Blue folks. Now I could have said something like, look at what Back the Blue is doing, but I didn't, because I know that some people who focus on Back the Blue are somewhat positive people that are trying to find some kind of equity, right? But we could take everything on surface value, but the thing is still the same, which is when you say all lives matter, your argument goes right out the fucking window. You're making yourself look like you don't understand the situation. And all the information is there for all of us to decide. Listen, if you want to believe it, you could believe it. If you don't want to believe it, you don't have to believe it. It's not up to me. It's not up to me to make you believe or not believe what you want to believe. But yeah, people. Yes, exactly, exactly. Lori, any slogan that's made up would always be demonized. Yeah, see, there you go, Cheryl. I was in a car driven by an African American who I went to actually elementary school with, and I was in a car and we were pulled over for nothing. I think we turned at a corner. I don't know, but it was so ridiculous. But because we were in the car, nothing really happened. We weren't doing anything, you know. It's like now the new thing is like if you help the cops or you just you be honest with yourself, like you're incriminating yourself now. So now like my whole thing now is like whenever, unfortunately, I need to go back into the world I was living in the early 2000s, after September 11th, which was, I can't answer your question. So I'm not going to answer your question. If I feel comfortable telling a police officer what direction I'm going to go in, I will tell him or her what direction I'm going to go in, but I'm not going to tell them why I'm going to go there. I'm not going to be as honest as I want to be. And yeah, that's true, Lori. Yeah. Well, okay, so we're going to get to cops are acting like you was being forced to be with him. I know, Cheryl. It's craziness. So let me sip this disgusting beer here, and I'm going to get to a very scary thing right now in the video. And for everyone who only watches my videos to record little sound bites, and I know you all need gossip. We're going to start talking about something at 54 minutes past in the live stream. That is a disgusting beer. All right. Not smooth at all. This weekend here in New York City, we're going to have evidently a blue flu. There's going to be a bunch of police officers calling in sick, and there's going to be a lack of coverage when it comes to the NYPD. Now, this is what I don't understand. Yes, they have downsized the budget of the NYPD by $1 billion. So $1 billion. Did anyone notice their total budget? Has anyone noticed the total budget of the NYPD? It's something like $26 billion. Something crazy like that. And you're taking away just $1 billion. So now you're taking away $1 billion. And now they all got, oh my God, you're taking away the funding and we can't do our jobs anymore. So they're all going to go sick. I mean, the police unions are making their constituents look like whiny children because I'm sorry, we have given the NYPD lots of concessions. The city has given the NYPD lots of concessions. Now, I am not going to say that they didn't do a good job over the last 30 years, 40 years of cleaning up the city, but they also did some really fucked up shit, and I saw a lot of that, especially in the Lower East Side when it began to be gentrified, firsthand. Look up the Rivington School. I got to see it for the last 2 years it existed. Look up Rivington School if you want to know what I'm talking about. I saw that with my own fucking eyes. It changed my perceptions about how government, city, and people kind of all work. But it's like what I get from police officers giving into this whole blue flu thing for this weekend, what I'm seeing is that the police are weak, they're selfish, and they're selfish. They only care about themselves and theirs. They don't care about me as a citizen, even though I pay their fucking I pay their pay. And what? Because I have an opinion, that means I should be pepper sprayed. Because I ride a bike, I have to ride in the streets to get around your a cop car while you're getting lunch or breakfast. I mean, exactly. The police is militarized, and that needs to fucking stop. Yeah, exactly. Instead of buying all those tanks, why not pay the officers, right? Yeah, well, exactly. They're going to prove that the city doesn't need them. That's what's actually going to happen. Now, here's the deal. There's a Ulysses S. Grant statue that was vandalized. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with any statues being vandalized. Even when it comes to the Confederate statues, I don't think they should be vandalized. I think the Confederate statue should be put in a fucking museum somewhere, but I don't think they should be vandalized because I think that's history that people need to know. And that's what happened in Georgia. Nice, yeah. Police started off as a gang and they still have that mentality. Yes, they do. They're like coppers. That's why we call them coppers. That goes back to fucking 5 Points and Lower East Side culture, 1850s and fucking 40s. That's why we call them coppers. They were gangs. And they would fight amongst themselves, too. Well, I'm going to actually drink this whole natty ice. Wow. Here we go. L'chaim. I realize if I just drink it fast, it's not that bad. Ugh, it's a depressing beer. Perfect for this age of the coronavirus. But yeah, the police jumped ship. What was it, in Atlanta, right, Lori? It was Atlanta where the police. All right, yes, Osvaldo. Thank you. You're getting to the third act of what I'm trying to talk about. Thank you so much. Exactly. That's true, Laurie. That's true. We could get into that, but that will take a lot of time. But that's true, Laurie. All right, Osvaldo. Thank you. You have taken me to the third act in my little play here. Scared conservatives. Oh my God. We got Ken and Karen on their front yard with their one with the machine gun, the other one with the fucking pistol. We have another Karen, which, by the way, the latest video that came out was, I think it was yesterday or last night, where a woman pointing a gun at this African-American woman. They were both antagonizing each other. But still, the woman who had the gun should have fucking known better and never displayed the gun to begin with. Everyone needs to get the fuck over each other. Everyone needs to wear a mask. Everyone needs to have patience. Everyone needs to be more understanding of their neighbor. You know, people who I've met here on live stream, who I considered friends, abandoned me when the pandemic really went down. And I think that was because I spoke my mind on Twitter. And I think that's been probably the most enlightening thing out of this whole thing. People's selfishness has really come out. And I'm not gonna have it. I'm gonna speak my mind and I'm gonna feel how I feel. And if I want to tweet it out, then too fucking bad, I'm gonna tweet it out. Anyway, that was a rant. I know Karen. I know you don't call the manager, and I appreciate that. But too many scared people, and people need to get the fuck over themselves. White men are terrified. Exactly, Lori. Their dominance is coming to an end, and I know they feel that. I know they feel that. Do you know when I was like a kid, when I was like 11 to 15 years old, do you know what I got a lot? You know, I had a lot of Italian friends, right? And I will hang out in Ozone Park and here in Bensonhurst and Diker Heights. And you know what I got a lot from the older folks? You know what they would always tell me? You talk right. You may be Puerto Rican, but you talk right. You know how many times I got that? I got that so often, and it was something that was like kind of I knew it was like a kind of like a term of endearment, like, you know, yeah, you talk right, you know, I can understand you. You don't talk like fucking street. You talk right. You know, it was only in like my 20s when I really became active and learning, and you know, churches stopped shopping. Reverend Billy, who's still out there in the streets, man. You know I sound educated. Yeah, I know. Even though I'm dyslexic, I could barely spell and do math. But I talk right. You still get told that by white people. Why am I not surprised, April? Lori, all the time, all the time. But yeah, I am dyslexic, and I'm terrible. I can barely spell, and I'm terrible at math. Exactly, Osvaldo. Exactly. I know Einstein went the same way. I know. That's why you can't put people in boxes. We're coming to this whole thing, but people are scared, and because people are scared, they're taking certain liberties really fucking far, and it's like, wow, your entitlement is fucking showing. Holy fucking shit. Every time I had to yell at somebody because they're getting kicked out, like all right, so 2 days ago, 2 days. I know I talk right because I'm gone. That's true. Exactly. Awareness does go a long way, Karen. It's a funny comment, but the consciousness just But anyway, um, you know, every time I had to kind of shame somebody for getting out of a store, right? I had to literally say and it's, by the way, it's always been white men. It's always been white men, and they need to get lotto, right? So 3 times this has happened so far in the last all these months, right? And every time I had to say, sir, your entitlement showing. And I never said white entitlement or said privilege. I said either entitlement or privilege. I'll say, sir, your privilege is showing. I never said white privilege. I just said privilege. It would always get to them. It would always get to them. The minute I said that word, entitlement or privilege, it just got to them. It made them stop. And like, so 2 days ago, literally right downstairs at the store downstairs from here. This guy's arguing because the guy won't let him into the store because he doesn't have a mask. All I want is fucking lotto. So he's yelling, and I literally dunk my head down because I got my mask on. I just want to get in and out. I had to get seltzer or something. I just want to get in and out. I just want to get in and out. So I dunk my head down, and he's right there at the door, and he's holding the door open. So I go under his arm, and I'm like, he's like, don't talk to me. And then he literally goes like, sss, like he literally hisses at me, and then I got loud. You know how crazy I get sometimes. And I said, sir, your privilege is showing. Please put a mask on or leave. And it made him shut up, close the door, get back into his fucking car. But it's like I had to use these words. I had to use this kind of pent up emotion and energy, and I hate having to go outside and when you walk out your house here in New York, you always got to have your game face on. It's tiring sometimes, but now you really got to go outside with your game face on because you're wearing this mask, and you got to keep your breathing to a certain level. And I wear glasses, so I got to make sure my glasses don't fog up. And like if I'm getting upset or I'm like too much in the moment, my glasses get fogged up. It's the new reality it is in 2020. I try to say it like it is. I mean, because I'm fucking from Brooklyn. I'm from Brooklyn. I can't help it. I don't want to bullshit you guys. That's why everyone who's abandoned me in this pandemic, it's quite enlightening. And I was like, wow, I'll really, what made me realize is like, wow, I would put my neck out. I would have put my neck out for these people in the past. But now it's like, I don't want to even know some of these people now. It's like, okay. Like, I'm ready to just unfollow certain people and be like, that's it. I'm going to give them time. But if people want to judge and people not like my opinion at a certain moment that I said something, I don't care. And that's my opinion. I'm done accommodating for people who would never accommodate for others. That's what it's really about. And who are those others? Exactly. Adversity does show the best and worst of people. I know, Cheryl. I know, me too. And it sucks. Yeah, I know. Lori, I know. It's the particles. It's the particles. It's the droplets. I mean, droplets. It's the droplets. Exactly. Exactly. Well, we've been at it for an hour. Exactly. Oh, don't get me started with the mask over the nose. Right? These people with the mask over the nose. All right. We've been at this nonsense for an hour. I'm going to let you guys go. Time for me to go to bed. Have a great New York day, whether you live here or not. I'm getting too upset right now. Hug your loved ones, cherish your moments. I'll see you guys later on today. Good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are.